Welcome to Tiny Gratitude, where tiny joy is big joy and we are rich because we count our blessings. If you've ever been scared to share your writing, this video is for you. I'm doing a 365-day practice where I list 3 things that I'm grateful for every single day online and then write about them on Substack. Here on YouTube, I'm reading those Substack posts aloud. Why? For 2 key reasons. Number 1, I'm not waiting until I'm ready to share my writing because then I never would. Number 2, I'm practicing old school public speaking skills. I'm working on myself publicly in real time and practicing what I preach. Stop waiting for the day that you feel ready to share your writing because it may never come. Stop waiting for permission. Write what you want to write, how you want to write it, and when you want to write it, and share it boldly. I'm right here with you. My 3 tiny gratitudes for today: checking out books at the library, double vanilla ice cream, and warm blankets. Here goes it. I left the house to go for a walk. I had a large coffee in hand, and my plan was to go to the local bookstore and, you guessed it, purchase a new book. The weather was surprisingly warm for late December, nearing Christmas. When I got to the bookstore, I asked a woman at the information booth where books on entrepreneurship were. She led me there, and I found books on money, books on women and money, spending, investing, debt, daily habits. I went there to find a book on starting a small business, but because the only thing I've done to address my relationship with money is avoid the thrift store down the street, I opted for The Financial Feminist. But the real lesson wasn't from the book I picked out. It was from the moment I checked my pockets and realized that I didn't have my wallet or phone. I had come to the bookstore with the intention of buying a book. So what now? It seemed simple. Put the book down and walk out of the store. And it was simple. I ended up putting the book on hold, and I'll get it tomorrow when I have my wallet and or phone and or Apple Watch, which I have device fatigue for sure. I felt a little silly, a little disappointed, and a little unsafe since no one could get into contact with me. This moment reopened a discussion that I have been having with myself for a while. A year ago, if I went to the bookstore to buy a book and didn't have my wallet, I would have been furious, not taking into account that it's only 3 Seattle blocks away. I would have been furious because I would have seen it as wasted time or as somehow embarrassing coming out of a bookstore without a book. But over the last year, I've investigated this question: how come I always have to have a goal when I step outside? Sometimes I want to go outside for fresh air and not worry about what I'm doing or not doing, whether I'm sticking to the plan or not. I don't even want a plan anymore. You might think, well, no one is stopping you from just doing what you want, but I'll say it's an invisible social pressure. If I stare at the ground because I'm so deep in thought, I get asked what's wrong, when nothing's wrong at all. I'm just a intellectual. If I'm at the coffee shop with just a coffee, no company, no computer, no book, I get asked again and again whether I'm waiting for someone or, again, if I'm all right. Why can't I leave the house and end up having done nothing at all but wander and enjoy and reflect and take in the world around me however it comes to me? I'd also like to add, let's not forget, that punishments for vagrancy and idleness were included in the Mississippi Black Codes of 1865, an act to confer civil rights on freedmen and for other purposes, which is widely used in other states, meaning that Black people have historically been punished for not knowing exactly where they are going or being inside a building for an exact purpose. This can make it especially hard for us to feel comfortable not having a clear purpose outside and make space like stoops, rooftops, and our car safer spaces to be idle in. But we deserve to change our minds in stores and wander the streets happily. To the question, how come I always have to have a goal when I step outside? I don't want to keep turning my choices into productive ones or ones that maximize time or that always have a set purpose. I want to keep being able to forget my wallet and not feel like the walk to the bookstore was wasted. I've been practicing this for a while now. It's a skill in this day and age. I've practiced venturing outside without expectations. I've left my phone, done without Google Maps or a clear idea of where I will go or where I will stop. I'm not thinking about how many miles I've walked or how many steps I've gotten in. I don't really care about that anymore. Instead, I care about whether I got out. Now, I really do walk every day for sometimes over an hour because I'm not measuring. This might be why I'm so focused on gratitude. I've stopped measuring everything and I've started noticing everything. I freed up so much space in my head and time in my day to notice all the ways that I'm blessed. I'm not waiting until I'm ready. I'm learning and growing and practicing right now. So if you are interested in that, follow me and let's do this together.